everyone. So this is the beginner tutorial for our sweaty mess workout. Now there's 4 different parts and each part has 4 different exercises. So I'm going to quickly go over all 16 exercises for beginners. So the first exercise in the first part is a squat with an overhead triceps extension. First of all, if you're a beginner, go very light on weights, 1 to 5 pounds, or you can take them out altogether. And don't go as deep in your lunge. Alright, so as we lunge, our hips are going to go back. Intermediate, advanced, we try to get our knees to a 90-degree angle. If you're a beginner, you don't have to. So your elbows are going to be staying right close to your head. Light weights or no weights. If you don't have any weights, just grab your hands and you're going to do a little squat and then squeeze the back of your arms as you extend your arms up. Little squat and squeeze. So that's the modification for the first exercise. The second exercise is very high impact. It really boosts your cardio. It is a butt kick jump with a frog jump. It's pretty advanced. So, beginners, you can just do regular jumps. You can keep it little. Okay? If that impact still is not good for you, then what I want you to do is a squat with a torso twist. Arms behind your head. Again, you're going to squat, bring your elbow to knee. Squat, elbow to knee. Again, go as deep as you can. And that's if you need 0 impact. The third exercise in part 1 was our curtsy with a biceps curl. So with a curtsy lunge, you take one leg, you cross it behind, just like you're curtsying, and you do a lunge. So beginners, don't go as deep. You don't have to go this low. Keep it shallow. And again, with your bicep curls, your elbows stay in nice and tight. Go lighter on your weights. You don't have to have any weights at all as long as you're really squeezing your biceps. So it just looks like this from the side. All right. The last exercise in part 1 was our prisoner jack. So, to make it easier and totally taking the jumping out of it, you're going to have your hands behind your head, get into as deep of a lunge as you can. You're going to step out, out, and in, out, out, in. Just like that. There you have it for part 1. Alright, so the beginner modifications for part 2. The first exercise was our chair lunge. Now, if you have a lower step, you can do it on a step instead of having your foot all the way up on the chair, like I have a step here on my deck, or you can do it totally without anything, just a regular back lunge. As you lunge, you just want to make sure that front knee is getting to about a 90-degree angle. If you can't get that low, that's fine, as long as your knee is not going past your toes. Now we're doing a shoulder press with this. So again, if you're a beginner, 1 to 5 pounds is beautiful. Nothing is just fine too, as long as you really squeeze your shoulders as you press your arms up. So you would keep your lunge more shallow, no weights or light weights. Okay, exercise 2 was our crab kick. For some people, they find this a little bit uncomfortable. It's not very easy to get down. So beginners, you can actually use a chair to put your hands on so you're not getting all the way down if you want. I'm going to use my steps here. And instead of hopping with it, you just kick. You can keep it slow. You just want to really squeeze the top of your leg there as you extend the leg. Pushing your hips up by squeezing your booties and having a nice tight core. Then we had our low side-to-side lunge with the weight transfer. Again, 1 to 5 pounds with your weights if you're a beginner. No weights is just fine. I'm going to show you here with no weights. Now I was getting pretty low with my side lunge. You want to get as low as you can, again without letting your bent knee go past your toes. But beginners, you can just keep it shallow. Here, here. Doing what you can. That's fine. Okay, as long as it's your best effort, that's all I want. Okay, last exercise here was a squat jump with a bounce. So, again, That can be pretty high impact. If you're not ready for that, don't worry about it. So this is what you're gonna do. Down and up. And you're gonna make it as quick as you can. You're keeping it right here. I don't care if your hands can't touch the floor. Just get as low as you can. Booty going back. Abs are tight. Back stays flat. All right, there you have it. Beginner modifications for part 2. All right, so here are the beginner modifications for part 3 of our sweaty mess workout. The first exercise was a reverse fly with a back lunge. So with the reverse fly, again, beginners, 1 to 5 pound weights is fine. No weights is fine. If you don't have any weights, then you really want to concentrate on squeezing your back, pulling your shoulder blades together, and kind of giving your spine up there a hug with your muscles. So you're going to stay with bent knees the whole time. You do your reverse fly, arms come up, squeezing your back, down, and then a reverse lunge. Advanced is going to get really low with that lunge. You don't have to, okay? It can be your reverse fly, tap the toe back. Reverse fly, squeezing your back, other leg. You can do that, right? I know you can. All right. What do we have next? Oh, now this one's pretty hard. It was our plank with a one-legged cross country. Again, planks are always easier when you don't go all the way to the ground. If you want to go a little bit more elevated by having your hands on a chair, you can. And then instead of doing it one-legged, beginners, you just do it 2 legs. Start first, just drawing your knees in. If you feel like you have a little bit in you, you can actually do the little running, hopping. Otherwise, you just keep it right here. All right. And then we had the scorpion. There's 2 different ways you can go with this. If you want to practice your push-ups, then you're just going to be doing regular push-ups or modified push-ups while I'm doing the scorpion push-ups in the workout. Regular push-ups again. You can use a higher step if you want to make it a little bit easier. Otherwise, just a regular push-up. Or you can go to your knees for modified push-ups. If you would rather try the scorpion move, it's really going to open up your hips. You keep your arms nice and straight, elbows locked. Pick up one leg, twist your hips, and drop it to the other side and back. If you can't bring your foot all the way to the floor, that's fine. Just kind of cross your other leg with it. Just like that. Those are the modifications for part 3. And finally, our modifications for beginners for our sweaty mess workout part 4. Okay, first we have the side plank saddlebag bonanza. It's crazy. It really works your outer thighs, your whole body. So, in the workout, I'm going to be keeping both my legs straight. Beginners, you drop that back leg down so it's bent. You bring the other leg perpendicular. Up, bounce, bounce, down, up, 2, 3. To make it easier, you bend that knee. If you need even easier, keep it bent. Down, up, pulse, pulse, pulse. Down, up, pulse, pulse, pulse. Okay? And then obviously you would do the same thing on the other side when it's time. Then we had our lunge jump with the paddle. Beginners, you don't have to jump. You're just going to switch. So, you start in your lunge. I had weights. Beginners, 1 to 5 pounds or nothing at all. If you don't have anything at all, just grab your hands. Lunge, paddle, step up, switch legs, paddle. Nice and easy. You want to keep your abs really tight the whole time. The twisting motion is really going to work your obliques, which is wonderful because it helps trim your waistline. And finally, I did a weighted crunch. Beginners, you can take the weight totally out of it. And as you crunch, if you need it to be a little bit easier, instead of having your hands up here, behind your head, or crossed, have them down on the floor and just slide them as you crunch. That'll help you. All right? Not too complicated, right? You can do this workout with me. So I want you to get your sneakers on, get your workout gear on, and let's get to it.